Hello, everybody. It's your boy Nick Cat10 here. Welcome to another Monday podcast and stuff. I hope everyone is having a very good morning, afternoon, or evening, no matter where you are in the world. As always, before we get started, I'm just gonna give everyone a chance to go ahead and join the stream and whatnot. I'm also just gonna go on my cellular device and just double check, make sure everything sounds good on my end too. Let me just go ahead and double check how my audio sounds. Okay, we're sounding good. I'm just going to go ahead and go on my phone and set up all the stuff and whatever. So give me a second. And then again, once more time passes by, we'll get probably into this video. So let me go ahead and type everything in. There we go. Let me go ahead and pin this comment. There we go. All right, so before we get into things, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you guys how this is going to work. So yeah, as you guys see in the title, today we're going to be talking about the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which came out earlier last week and stuff. Now, as you saw in the title, we are going to be getting into spoiler territory. We're also going to be spoiling the movie. So here's what's going to happen. For the first part of the review and stuff, I'm going to try not to talk too much about spoilers. And then later on in the video, I am going to be bringing up spoilers. So the way we're going to do it is this, as a little visual cue. If I do have to bring up spoilers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show this little text here. If you guys see this little text here, that means we are going to be getting into spoiler territory. So yeah, again, if you see this little tag on the bottom left, that means we're getting into spoiler territory. J-Dog, my man, welcome to the StreamYard chat. I appreciate you joining the podcast. Welcome, welcome. Welcome very much. Welcome, welcome. And before we get started, as always, I'm going to do my usual promoting or whatever. So, for those of you that are new, outside of this channel, I am one of the leaders of a group called the Week Club. If you guys are interested in joining our community, feel free to message the Funny Guy 9000 on YouTube or one of his socials. We're the most active on YouTube, Discord, and Instagram and stuff. Secondly, if this is anyone's first time joining this channel and you enjoy what you see or hear so far, feel free to leave a like and comment down below what you think. And if you want to be notified the next time I do upload stuff, feel free to subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified and stuff. All right, so yeah, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into this review and stuff. So again, for anyone that's just joining in, if you see this little tag on the bottom left, we are going to be talking about spoilers and stuff. So yeah, to be honest, I really enjoyed the first movie that came out 3 years ago in 2023. I thought it was a very fun and entertaining watch and stuff. I thought it was a pretty good movie. Um, I will say though that some parts in the movie or like the pacing of the first one kind of threw me off, but like the overall just pacing, not pacing, the overall just enjoyment in the movie was really good and stuff. So when I found out that there was going to be a second movie, not only was I very excited about that, but also the fact that it was going to be made based on Super Mario Galaxy, which those of you that do not know, Super Mario Galaxy is actually my favorite Mario game in the entire series. So that made me very excited. And again, normally I don't do movie reviews, but this movie is very good. And maybe if I do watch more movies and stuff, I might do more movie reviews like this. So yeah. Let's get the non-spoiler stuff out of the way first. Let's get the non-spoiler stuff out of the way. I personally thought that the Super Mario Galaxy movie was a very entertaining and fun watch. The overall graphical style of the movie was very stunning. The overall voice acting was very top notch and well performed, and just the overall just aesthetic and everything in the movie was very good. I like seeing all the characters interact with one another, all the worlds that they explored and stuff. Just all of that just made me all giddy and stuff. I also did like, for what I noticed at least, I did also notice that I liked how the this movie was also slightly longer than the first one. I think the first one was like an hour and a half or so. This one's like almost 2 hours. I liked how it was a little longer. Like, now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with a shorter movie and stuff. There's been shorter movies that are very good, like the Toy Story movie, Shrek, stuff like that. But sometimes it's okay to have a little bit of a longer story and stuff. You know, it's okay to have a long story and stuff. Um, some top-notch performances to point out would be, of course, Chris Pratt as Mario, Anna Taylor Joy as Peach, Jack Black as Bowser, and some of the newcomers, Benny Safdie as Bowser Jr. I thought was really good. Brie Larson was a very nice addition with Rosalina, and all the obscure characters they brought back that you saw in the poster, the final threads like Wart and Honey Queen and stuff. I thought those were very nice to bring into two and stuff. Also, all the callbacks with the music and stuff, and everything is good. And also, Yoshi being in the movie was very fun. I really liked how he was brought into the story and stuff. I thought it was very entertaining stuff. And also, shout outs to Donald Glover for doing a absolutely top notch, perfect performance of the character. Excuse me. Not only, if I could think here, not only did I think it was so cool that we had someone like Donald Glover in the movie, but also the fact that you couldn't even tell it was Donald Glover was amazing. He did a very top-notch Yoshi voice. You can tell he really cares about the movie and stuff. You can really tell. Um, what else can I say that's not spoiler territory? Um, Also, I thought the way that the movie was promoted was very well done and stuff for the most part. I liked how they had multiple Nintendo Directs and trailers and stuff. I liked how they're marketing like the movie and stuff with the merchandise like toys or like the Happy Meals from McDonald's. I think the way they're promoting the movie is very well done. And I liked how they somewhat released it close to around the time that the first one came out, because the first one came out around April 4th or April 1st of 2023. I don't remember exactly. Actually, let me look it up before I give wrong information. Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario Bros. Movie came out. It did not come out December 21st. It released on April 5th. April 5th, it came out of 2023. Okay. Or it got pushed. I don't know. What else? But yeah, I loved how it was based on Mario Galaxy. All the references to Mario Galaxy were really cool and stuff. Were really cool and all that. All right. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Hold on. I just got to do something off screen. Hold on. Just going to send out a message real quick. Hold on. There we go. Send out a message. All right. We are going to get into the spoiler territory, everybody. We are going to be getting to spoiler territory. Just a heads up. So, the tag is up. If now this tag is up, that means yes, we are going to be getting to spoiler territory. If no one wants the movie spoiled for them, this is your last reminder and stuff. But yeah, now that this tag is up, we are going to get into spoiler territory. We're going to get into more in-depth thoughts and stuff. Okay. Now, what's the first thing I want to talk about? Okay. All right. one thing I am hearing a lot of complaints about with the movie is the overall pacing and stuff. The overall pacing. A lot of people are complaining that the movie story is not really well developed and stuff, and it's just all over the place. Like 1 second we're in space, 1 second we're in the casino, the next we're at Bowser's lair and stuff. It's just like they feel like everyone thinks the story's all over the place. Personally, I think the pacing of the movie was not terrible, but I can understand where people are coming from and stuff. I mean, I thought the story was a lot better done than the first one, and also I liked how they actually used more material from the Mario games and stuff or whatever. Um, because this is the same way I felt with the first Sonic movie and the first Mario movie. The first Mario movie and this first Sonic movie, yeah, they had references and the characters from the series in there, but you could tell that they were kind of afraid to use the material almost because they wanted to make it open to people, especially now that freaking people know the movies and stuff. But like the second ones are like, okay, everyone knows the characters now. Everyone's aware of the series or whatnot. We can go heavy on the and go crazy with the references and stuff. All right. So speaking of references, I love how Wart and Mauser and Clocker, I think his name was, from Mario Bros. 2 were in this movie. I think it was so cool. There's so many Mario 2 references and stuff. Because for those of you that don't know, Wart and Mauser didn't really appear anything new in related to Mario in almost 40 darn years. 40 years almost. It's crazy. So when I saw that they're in the movie, it's really blew me away. Now to get to a complaint that I had with the movie. Oh, hi Abdullah. What's going on? Abdullah, if you didn't hear anything, I'm going into spoilers for the Mario Galaxy movie, but if you don't mind hearing them, just a heads up though. Um okay, one complaint I had with the movie, now that we're oh, I forgot to get rid of my spoiler text, sorry. Okay, there we go. Now we can spoil again. Um one thing I had a problem with the movie. What the heck did they do with Rosalina and stuff? Oh, you're Zayd? I'm sorry. My apologies. Um I really like that Rosalina is in the movie, but what's it called? I like that Rosalie is in the movie, and I like Brie Larson's performance as Rosalina, but they really shut down her performance. They made it seem like Rosalina was gonna have a big part of the story, and then they did the same nonsense they did with Luigi, where they freaking made them like the damsel in distress that we have to rescue and stuff. Like also, I just want to say this right now. I love how much more involved Luigi is in this movie. That's one of my complaints I had with the first movie. They show Luigi at the beginning, they had him trapped for half the rest of the freaking movie, and then he shines at the end and stuff. Like same thing that I expressed with Luigi's and stuff. I feel like they should have had Rosalie more present and stuff. Like she makes her big battle scene in the beginning. She gets captured by Bowser Jr. Excuse me, and there's like one or two more scenes, and then she's in prison for the rest of the movie, and then she suddenly shows up like, oh yeah, Rosalina's a thing. What else? What else? But yeah, I didn't really like how Rosalina was handled in the movie. I could see why people meant with the pacing and stuff. Rosalina was very undermined in this movie. I didn't appreciate how they treated Rosalina in this movie. I didn't like that. But man, all the Mario Galaxy references and music cues, oh my god, the castle going to the sky, the music and stuff, the exact same music that was used for said scenes, how it was in the game. Oh, I was getting with my shirt over my like put my shirt over myself with excitement, like a screaming like ah. I was really giddying in my seat, kicking my feet on the ground, all excited. Ah! Also, I liked how they used a lot of references, not just Mario Galaxy, but also the newer stuff, like Bowser Jr., his armor he puts on and stuff. That's his Wonder appearance. I thought that was really cool that they used his Mario Wonder like villain design stuff. I thought that was pretty cool. Also, the when Luigi kicked freaking Bowser Jr. in the knee, and then he rubbed his knee after in pain. I like that callback because Luigi even said in the first movie he had bad knees and stuff. That's how serious, Luigi takes his job with Mario and stuff. Freaking, he doesn't care if he's got bad knees. He will kick someone in the face with his knee, no matter what. Also, another thing, I was so disappointed that we didn't have a new Jack Black song from this movie. Yeah, they referenced Peaches at one point and stuff, but freaking what's it called? They didn't have a new Jack Black song for Bowser. I thought that was lame. I wanted to see a new Jack Black song. I really wanted to. What can you do? We're only human at the end of the day. We're only human. What else? What else? What else was? What else? What else was? Freaking. But yeah, all the Mario callbacks and stuff, and all. Oh, when the launch star appeared and they made the noise when Peach and Toad freaking launched, it was nice. And then the freaking scene where Mario and Luigi were going around doing missions for the castle, and the flaring beeping noise was the low health noise for Mario Galaxy. I thought that was so cute. And also, the frog suit for Luigi, it was cool that they used it, but it was only for like one scene in the whole movie, and then it just forgotten about the frog suit. It's lame and stuff. And the same with the Firefly. They use it for one scene to find Yoshi, and it's never get used again. Like, come on. Like, are you kidding me? Also, when Yoshi was strolling through the city and stuff, and whatever, and you hear Notorious Biggie's music playing in the background. I thought that was so cool. And then you see freaking Little Mac and I think his name is Doc Lewis. Yeah, they're freaking running in the streets like it's Punch Out. It's so cool. And then you see like Wrecking Crew guy in the pizza shop. You see Donkey Kong for a brief second. Which, by the way, why was Donkey Kong not in this freaking movie? Why? Why? Come on. He's in one scene and that's it. Like, that's so lame. Come on. That's so lame. But man, when Mario and Luigi and Yoshi team up together and they finally go into space, oh, it's so cool. And then the whole scene with the freaking casino with Toad and Peach and how they played Jump Up Superstar in the casino. Oh, and come on, who was not excited seeing reference to the freaking Midas World of all things? The Midas World. Who would have thought Nintendo would reference a glitch from their own game? That was so cool. That was so cool. And then freaking Peach and Toad fighting what's it called? Ward, Birdo, and Mauser was fun as well. And how Peach finished the battle by throwing a turnip at Ward like in the game. That was so cool. That was a key reference. And then we had freaking Rob come in and stuff. Rob, that was so cool. And he was acting all robotic and stuff. And he kept malfunctioning the second he got cut off, and how they got annoyed and stuff. That was so funny. What else? 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 Goodness, what else? What else? A lot of people are saying that they're seeing a lot of people are saying that freaking he keeps saying Samus is ship flying around the movie. I can kind of see the scenes looking back at it and like online, but like I don't know what people are talking about with Samus's ship being shown. I don't really see it much. What else? What else? What else? What else? Gosh, what else? Trying to think here. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, the whole segment with Rosalina reading her storybook to the Lumas and stuff, and how you can hear the music play too is nice. And also, one of the freaking Lumas is a baby version of the white Luma that Mario uses for Spinability in Mario Galaxy. That's so cute. It's got a little binky and everything. It's so adorable. It's got a little binky. All right, now we can continue. Okay, first off, I really like that Star Fox or Fox was in the movie and stuff, but freaking, why did they spoil it and stuff? Why did they have to spoil it? They should have just made this a surprise. Why did they have to spoil it and stuff? Now, from what I heard, supposedly a script with the cast list supposedly got leaked a few days before the movie came out. That's why they had to do it supposedly. But come on, that would have been such a cool surprise for everybody. Come on. Now, apparently, Fox was in the movie because Illumination actually proposed to Shigeru Miyamoto to include Star Fox and stuff because of the whole space theme. And Miyamoto wasn't sure about it first, but then he saw the potential and he agreed with it. Hey, Stickia, welcome. Stickia, if you're just joining, just a heads up now, I am going to be talking about spoilers for the Super Mario Galaxy movie during my review. So if you're going to listen in, just a heads up, all right? But if you still want to stick around, that's fine. But yeah, I really thought it was lame that they spoiled Fox and stuff in the movie. But Glenn Powell did a phenomenal job as Fox and stuff. He did a phenomenal job. And then the freaking flashback scene, the anime style cutscene and stuff. Oh, it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. And the music too in the background. And then we see freaking Falco Slippy and baby hair. So cool. And then Fox bashing on Slippy just like in the kids, being all like, that's what I get for having a Toad as an operator or whatever. I thought that was so funny. And they used a render of Slippy from Star Fox 64. It's so cool. And then when they're fighting around, you can hear the Corneria theme and the freaking Venom theme from Star Fox 64 on the SNES. It was so cool. And also, don't forget there was little Pikmin too, but that was random. And then when Bowser Jr. is attacking them with the ship after they get back Bowser and stuff, oh, you see the shelf and you see the freaking poltergeist on the bottom right corner. The poltergeist. They reference Luigi's Mansion. That was so cool. And also, don't think we didn't notice the EGAT logo on Bowser Jr. or Magic Koopa's freaking coffee mug Nintendo Illumination. We know what you're teasing. We know. Maybe a Sunshine movie? Oh god, why am I saying that? I don't like Super Mario Sunshine. Why did I say that? Ugh. That's another story for another day. But yeah, and then the point where Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi had to temporarily team up with Bowser and stuff. And then they meet Honey Queen. That was a cool scene. Also, that's another thing. That's another character that got, unfortunately, cut off too short in the movie. Honey Queen and stuff. She's in one little scene for like a minute or two, and then they cut her off and stuff. And they went out of their way to like show who's voice acting and stuff. Which, by the way, the actress for Honey Queen did a very good job. Let me actually double check the name so I could credit her. Hold on, 1 second, because I have a kind of remembrance of the name, but I want to make sure I'm pronouncing her name right. What's her name? What's her name? Issa Rae, that's her name. Issa Rae. Yeah, she did a very good job as Honey Queen. She did a very good job. Also, shout outs for people I didn't mention. Louis Guzman as King Warren, Keegan Michael Key as Toad. Phenomenal job. And I think it's all the main ones I missed. Yeah, that's all the main ones. And then they're in the Cascade Kingdom and they're freaking babies, and they use the Super Scope to turn them back to normal and stuff. I thought it was random they got turned to babies, but hey, what can you do? And then we saw Baby Toad. Baby Toad, that's so adorable. Okay, this is the biggest spoiler that I had to get into and stuff. So just a heads up. But there was something about this movie that was thrown in out of nowhere that really confused me. The movie decides to randomly show us or confirm that, oh yeah, by the way, Peach and Rosalina are sisters now all of a sudden, and that they're both from Earth or whatever or not and stuff. Like, you just gotta casually change the lore and stuff and tell us that Peach and Rosalina are sisters now. Like, is it? But that leads confusion though. Like, is it just for the movie lore that they're sisters? Are they canonically sisters in the games now? Like, they don't really go into that. Like, they just were like, oh hey, they're sisters. They both have the same space powers or whatnot. Yay. But the final battle was very good. It was very nice. Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Yoshi going into Planet Bowser, I think it's Nick called, and flying. Yeah. Oh yeah, one more thing. Speaking of lore stuff, they made a big deal that Mario and freaking Peach are just friends. But then Luigi and Yoshi are teasing them like, "Oh, is Peach? You gonna ask the princess out? You ask the princess out?" Like, bro, you cannot canonically say that they're not dating; they're just friends, and then you just bring up that and stuff. Like, are Peach and Mario gonna be like a couple now in the third movie or something? Like, come on. But anyways, excuse me. But yeah, the final battle area was really cool and stuff. I felt like I was kind of rushed though, them exploring the planet though. Like it's very brief that they show and stuff. I mean, they showed scenes of Planet Bowser here and there, but like we didn't really get a full in detailed look of it and stuff. But the final battles in the build up to it was cool. Seeing how Mario and Peach were teamed up for a Mario like obstacle course and stuff. And you see Bowser Jr. trying to put all the obstacles down like it's Mario Maker with the appropriate sprites. I thought it was very cute and stuff. And then it was cool, the whole bridge scene with Mario Peach versus Bowser and stuff. But it was very like kind of rushed, anticlimactic almost, if you ask me. Another thing, I did like how they referenced like how you take down Bowser with the bridge and stuff. And then out of freaking nowhere, Bowser's like, "Oh yeah, I'm back. I'm Dry Bowser now." Yeah, suddenly Bowser is Dry Bowser now. But the weird thing is that he doesn't turn back into freaking regular Bowser after he stays as Dry Bowser for the rest of the movie. So that that's the question though. Like in the third movie, is he gonna stay as Dry Bowser or is he gonna turn back into regular Bowser like he does in the games and stuff? Hey, Brick, what's going on? Yeah, I saw it on Saturday and stuff. It's a very good movie and stuff. Very good movie. For anyone that is in the chat though, even though I'm talking about spoilers, if you guys don't mind, don't share spoilers in the text chat or bring up stuff that I haven't brought up yet and stuff. I don't want the chat spoiled and stuff. Yeah, I do want to see the movie again. The movie was really fun. And then the fight with Dry Bowser and Bowser Jr. and stuff against Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi. Oh, that was so cool and stuff. What's it called? And then the power ups they use: Mario using the drill mushroom from Wonder, Luigi using the cloud power up flower or whatever it's called from Mario Galaxy 2, and Yoshi using the blimp power up from Mario Galaxy 2. It was so cool. And then how Dry Bowser has Mario pinned down, and you just see Blimp Yoshi just casually bump into him, fly around like a balloon. And then out of nowhere, Luigi's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna use the brush," and then freaking Game and Watch comes out of nowhere. Suddenly, Game and Watch is here. Okay, I guess we have Game and Watch, and Game and Watch, funny enough, is going to be the one that takes down Dry Bowser. And it gets more crazy the fact that freaking out of nowhere, Bowser Jr. is like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna summon the freaking dragon from Mario Odyssey," like with the accordion music, like, huh? So we have the dragon from Odyssey here? Okay. And then even more crazy is that Nintendo and Illumination decide to be mad at and reference of all power-ups, the Red Star. The Red Star. A power-up that was used for like only one or two missions in Galaxy 1 and never used again. That was so cool. But I also had it spoiled that part for me, so thanks a lot, internet. Ah. But yeah, the final battle was pretty good. I liked it. And then seeing Bowser Jr. help Dry Bowser go around collecting its bones and stuff, it was funny. Oh yeah. Also, when they came back to the castle ground and stuff, and then Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi had to explain to Peach that, "Oh yeah, the castle kind of got destroyed when Bowser Jr. tried getting back Bowser and stuff." Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, the castle kind of got destroyed. Oops, I forgot to mention that. But they do have a very cool segment where they show like a building montage and stuff with in the style of Super Mario World. It's cool, and the castle is real and everything. It's really cool. In terms of the post-credit scenes, I thought the post-credit scenes were pretty good. You know, Bowser Jr. and Dry Bowser being locked up in the cage and stuff, and then the freaking blue baby Luma from the first movie, like torturing them, not torturing them, I shouldn't say that, like picking on them and stuff. That was a funny touch. Oh yeah, that Luma. Someone needs to get that Luma a hug. That poor Luma needs a hug. That poor Luma has seen some things. And then Fox going back to his homeworld and stuff. That was cool. But also, give us more Star Fox. Give us freaking a Star Fox movie, or better yet, a new game, Nintendo. Please, Nintendo. But the second post screen is what I'm excited about. With the confirmation that in the next movie, we're going to have Daisy. Daisy's going to be in the second movie, everybody. It's so cool. But yeah, that's my overall thoughts and spoilers of the movie and stuff. But yeah, overall, it's a very good movie. If you have interest in seeing it, I highly advise you do and stuff. For some weird reason, though, the critics and people are bashing on this movie. I don't get why. Maybe there's too many references, or critics are just being critics. I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the spoiler text. We're done talking about spoilers and stuff. Excuse me. But yeah, yeah, it's not that bad of a movie. I agree. But yeah, I overall liked the movie a lot and stuff. I thought the movie was very fun and entertaining and stuff. I thought it was a very entertaining and fun movie. It was really good. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap up the StreamYard. In a little bit, I am going to be doing my gaming stream and continuing Mega Man X8 on Steam. So if anyone is interested in that, feel free to stay tuned. That should be starting in the next... that might be starting the next 10 or 15 minutes, or the latest 5 o'clock. Actually, I'll start that at 5 o'clock. I want to rest my voice from all the talking. I'll start that at 5 o'clock. I might have to check out that movie soon. Bye, guys. Yeah, it's a really good movie, J-Dog. It's really good. Once again, if you enjoy what you've heard, feel free to leave a like and comment on what you thought. And if this is your first time seeing my channel and you want to hear more or see more, feel free to leave hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell so you're notified. With that being said, my name is NickCat10. Thank you all so very much for watching the stream, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your morning, day, or afternoon. God bless you all and take care. Thank you so much for listening. And please see the movie. It's really good. Okay, bye.